We're in James, in the heart of the brewery at Whetstone. Kind of take us through the process of what you guys do every day.
We make beer every day, or about once a week. We brew a batch of beer. It takes about 2 weeks to ferment a batch of beer. I don't know what to say about it.
So what are you brewing today? Which beer?
Making Mug Life today. It's our amber ale.
It's my favorite out of all.
We produce about 3.5 barrels of beer, which is like 7 kegs at a time. It takes us about 8 hours, start to finish, to brew the beer, to make the wort, the sugar water, and then it's about 12 to 14 days to ferment it after that.
So how many different brews do you do here?
We have Whetstoner Session IPA and Big Stoner Double IPA on tap at all times. We have 2 other taps besides that. So those are constantly rotating through depending on where they're in the queue.
All right, so we're talking to David Heiler of Whetstone Station. We are actually sitting rooftop, which is absolutely gorgeous up here. Tell us a little bit about your story. You were mentioning a little bit of it off camera. What did this used to be? How long have you been doing this? And some of the signature things that make this unique.
This town was kind of a haven for New Yorkers trying to escape the city. So there was a bit of money that flowed into the town, and they wanted to make it nice, and they made it one of the first towns that had these gas lamps. The foundation of this was originally a gas tank. Then eventually there was a diner right across from us here. They picked that diner up and moved it here, so it just started as this tiny little diner, and then they built on top of that. About 6 years ago, July 4th, 2012, we gutted it and turned it into this. So this is our upstairs beer garden. It's about 100 seats. We do live music up here. With a beer garden menu.
So David told me that there's actually a full gluten-free menu.
Well, of course, to you, yes, absolutely.
How many beers do you have?
At any given time, there's about 9 gluten-free beers that we'll have in cans and bottles. It varies in number and type, but we like to mix it up a little bit. So just like all our other beers, we try to change them out regularly.
How many regular beers do you generally carry on tap?
We have 24 taps.
Oh wow!
And, but we have those are 4 of our own. Are featured both upstairs and downstairs. So the beer garden and our downstairs restaurant.
That's going to be my next question about how many you brew of your own.
We do currently brew 4 at any given time. We have a really enviable problem, I suppose, which is that we tend to run out of our beer sometimes in the summer.
Now I saw a bunch of mugs hanging around the bar downstairs. What's the story?
So that's our mug club. We call it The Wall. It's 99 beers on the wall. 10 different varieties of beer that you have to drink, up to 99 beers. So the last category is the brewer's choice, and that's basically our own beers that do 10 of our own beers, or 9 of our own beers. And you get one of these hand-thrown mugs, Deneen Pottery out of Minnesota.
Nice.
You start with the burgundy. And then if you do it again, the second round is an orange mug, the third round is a sage mug, the fourth is an antique white, the fifth is a silver chalice, and the sixth, now we are just getting into the sixth, is a purple.
Wow.
So,
it's quite a feat.
Yeah, and our actually, now that we're at this point, our mug club members have chosen the colors, because it's really their club.
It's a thing, yeah. We're here with John Potter from the Laches Hotel. Really, already, I haven't even seen much, and it already goes far above what even my imagination expected. So tell us a little bit about your story, and then we're going to go see a little bit of the place.
Great. So this is the Laches Memorial Building. It houses both a 30-room boutique hotel and a fabulous Art Deco grand theater. And 3 other screening theaters for commercial movies. This building was built in 1938, so we are just about to celebrate our 80th birthday, which is a big deal. The hotel welcomes about 10,000 guests a year from all over the world, and our movie theaters welcome about 60,000 patrons a year, and we have another 15 to 20,000 people coming to live events and special programs that we do. So it's a very busy, active place. We're unique, there's no other place like us. The Laches family came here from Greece. This was built as a memorial to the father, the patriarch, who came over and started everything. Since we were built in 1938, it has the Art Deco Greek decor. So we call our look and style Greco-Deco, and I'm pretty sure we're the only building of that kind in the world.
That's
so
great.
So explain to us what a boutique hotel is.
A boutique hotel is, first of all, not a cookie cutter chain hotel. You know, clientele who are looking for a unique stay and experience. Every room is different, every room is a unique experience.
I've heard a rumor that there's a Victrola in one of your rooms where you can play records if you so choose in your stead.
There are record players in several of our rooms.
That's excellent.
Do you have an in-house collection of vinyl?
We do have an in-house collection of vinyl.
That's it.
Yeah. Some records in every room that have a record player, and then we have a kind of shelf of vinyl. A lot of it's been donated by guests who have come here and come back and said, hey, I brought you these records because I think they have a better home here. So again, we have a great array, everything from big band to punk rock and everything in between.
That is great.
So let's go take a look at a few of your rooms.
Okay, great. Let's go.
So we're in room 101. It's called the Chocolate Room. Looking out over downtown Brattleboro, we're actually able to look back over the Whetstone station where we just came from, the beautiful Wantastic Mountain and the Connecticut River from this room.
Can't even imagine what this room probably looks like. You know, this kind of view in the fall would probably be absolutely breathtaking.
We have guests who come here and they start their hike up Wantastic from their hotel room, gear up, go, walk across the bridge, up the mountain, and then come back down. We're stopping at the Whetstone for a refreshment after. So this is the beginning of your outdoor adventure up Wantastic. You can start right in your room and end right here. And then, of course, go to the movies here afterwards after a hard day.
Great.
We'd love to have you come.
And we will head to the theater next. So we're here in the beautiful Laches Theatre. As you walk in, you see all the ornamental flooring to the wall itself. The atmosphere when you walk in is just second to none.
Thanks, Josh. Yeah, atmosphere is the key word. The Laches family built this theater in 1938 at a time when theaters were being built to evoke a special experience or have you enter a special world and realm, either from ancient times or an exotic country or culture. This certainly was in that school of atmospheric theaters. The culture that they're evoking is their own genuine culture. They came from Greece in 1901. The decor around here that you can see is certainly meant to evoke and remind us of their Greek heritage. It's a very, very special place. The exterior of the building is Art Deco, very much modern and of its time for 1938, and very sort of quintessentially American and urban. So it's a very special place, and it's designed to evoke that. At the minute you walk in, you know you're about to embark on a very special experience. It's hard to imagine a building this large being a sort of hidden gem, but we're sort of hidden in plain sight, and we have a wow factor.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We're here at the Saxton Distillery. I'm here with Josh from the Brattleboro Reformer.
This is Christian Stromberg. He's the owner of Saxons River Distillery. And we're here today to do a little sampling of his products and learn a little bit more about the process. Can you kind of tell us how you got started?
Sure. I started in my barn on the Saxtons River in Cambridgeport, Vermont, 12 years ago. And I decided I wanted to try making derivations of what my family had made historically, which was honey cordials. It's a Lithuanian recipe called krupnikas. And being in Vermont, I decided to take that recipe and make it into maple. And that became sapling. And we had success, and we expanded it to different types of this similar product, from maple liqueur to the maple bourbon and maple rye sapling. And eventually to coffee with Mocha Joe's Roasting in town, and then Snowdrop Gin, our award-winning dry American gin.
So you mentioned that you work with Mocha Joe's. Do you use mostly local products, or how do you source some of your products?
As best we can.
Yeah.
With great difficulty. Thank you for asking.
So tell us about some of your products. You mentioned the maple sapling. What are the other kind of core products?
So the original was the maple liqueur, sapling liqueur. Then became bourbon and rye, which are similar, but they're they're first and foremost whiskeys with the maple finish. So Perk is our coffee liqueur that we use our Mocha Joe's organic Peruvian coffee with. It's rich, real coffee, not synthetic flavoring, not actual sugar, not corn syrup. So it's not nearly as sweet as some others. And then our most recent, which has been a few years, we have other things aging, but Snowdrop Gin, which has been very well received. It's vacuum distilled here. A lot of wonderful botanicals, very richly aromatic and unique.
Sounds amazing.
I see a couple of medals.
We have a
Can you
few.
tell me about that?
Oh, you know, people keep throwing them at us because of how good they all are. They are what they are. We, you know, enter competitions, they like them, they give us gold.
Yep.
And that's, you know, so you gotta do something with yourself.
That
Hang them around, it makes the bottles nice and heavy.
absolutely it has to be a rewarding thing as well to be
Yeah, it's always
recognized
nice.
for the work that you do.
So this is where we make Snowdrop. What's unique about this still is it's entirely distilled under vacuum. So this is a negative pressure vessel. We pump it down. There's alcohol in here, and the botanicals are up in the lower section of the column. As the alcohol boils, you'd be able to feel it just slightly warm up because it boils at a much lower temperature. Vapor goes through the botanicals, picking up aroma and flavor, goes up all the way to the top, and then is cooled, and then it becomes a liquid again, and then we save it. And that's now high-proof gin. It comes off at about 80% alcohol, 160 proof, and then we have to dilute it once we blend it with we do multiple distillations for a single run, different botanicals, so they're blended and then the proof is dropped.
That was going to be actually my next question. So when you make a batch out of it, how many bottles do you generally get?
We, maybe 2,000.
Oh, wow.
How long is the process from start to finish?
This will be all day.
All day.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
We don't run it, it's not run very quickly. It's about quality.